teacher. And what type of teacher? He is removing all our ignorance and leading us to liberation. Then unless and until we reach to that particular position, we can never become satisfied. We are constantly suffering. We are pursuing our happiness, and then after reaching to the goal, thinking that that is the ultimate position, then again we are missing that, and oh no, this is not the place. Again we are pursuing. So this, the Acharya, the God himself, he has come in the form of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Jananim Saradam Devim,
Jananim Saradam Devi,
Ramakrishnam,
Ramakrishnam,
Jagat Gurum,
Jagat Guru,
Pada Padme,
Padapadme,
Tayo Sritva,
Tayo Sritva,
Pranamami,
Pranamami,
Muhur Muhur.
Muhur.
So when the Lord is active, his power, that is redemption power, that is called Janani Mahasaradamani Devi. The power that is called Maya, God's power, it can bind, it can give the liberation also. The most of the time we have seen and we have read in the scripture, this power it binds. But this time we saw that the Lord himself is introducing this power as a redemption power so that everyone gets liberation. And so she transformed that power, Maya, as mother, Ma. This Ma, the mother, the conception of love and the purity, that gives the liberation to every soul. And along with that comes the greatest of the great yogi, and who is helping in this establishing the righteousness. Namasri
Namaste,
Yatirajaya
Yatirajaya,
Vivekananda
Vivekananda,
Suraye
Suraye,
Satchit Sukha
Satchit Sukha,
Sarupaya
Sarupaya,
Swamine
Swamine,
Tapaharine
Tapaharine,
Hari Om.
Om.
The Swami, the master, he is taking away all the sufferings, removing all the sufferings. That is the yati. Yati means the stop. In Sanskrit, it's called yati. And after the writing, when you finish the sentence, we give a stop mark. And that is yati. And sannyasins are known as yati. Yati means they will never repeat. They will never come back to life again. That's why they are the yati. And among the yatis, among the sannyasis, he is like the king. Yati Rajaya. And that is Vivekananda. And he is the human form of Satchit Ananda. Satchit Ananda means the Brahman, that eternal. As because the all-pervading consciousness, which has been termed as the Brahman, we cannot conceive, we cannot think about it. So they have given three names, Sat, Chit, Ananda. This retreat, the best way to realize God, the easiest way. So that we began with these three things we want. We want to survive, we want to know, we want to be happy. That exactly the characteristics of the Brahman, Sat, Chit, Ananda. And he is the Sarupa. He is the embodiment of that, Sat, Chit, Ananda. So, friends, we are struggling, though the nature, external nature, is constantly trying to pressurize us, internal nature also constantly trying to take our mind to the external objects. But still we are fighting. And that is called sadhana. Sadhana, the austerity, the spiritual practice, is constantly a fight. That fight against the internal nature and external nature. The external nature will also provoke our friends, our relatives. They will be provoking you. You're going to temple now at this age? Oh, no, no. After 80, we'll think about it. And by 60, he passed away. Then what? When will go? So, anyway, 20 years. And now, this calculation, always we think that no, this is not the time. Wrong thing. Why? Because we always want to go to that particular position because the people they think religion means the ritual, and that's why they are afraid. But religion means a transformation, and transformation into the realm of joy, realm of happiness, and that transmit not only within the person's heart into the society too. So as many religious people will be there in the society, that is much better for the human society. So this is the way we have to think. Now we have already discussed about the different positions, and yesterday we discussed, quoting Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, that one should go to a sadhu sangha, satsanga. Otherwise, they won't be able to understand the true religion. If you don't go today morning when we were having the tea and we were discussing about the IT things, and I was asking him what he does, and he was telling that we developed this type of thing. And another lady who is serving the breakfast, she told that I am actually helping to maintain that. And we know one of our devotee that he is protecting the whatever the company has done is protecting by the firewall and all that. Now the word firewall they have taken from spirituality. When we sit for meditation, you will find that the priest is throwing the white rice all around and little water also sprinkling all around. Do you know what? Firewall. And truly firewall. And they say, if you can ask Kripamanandaji, he's a very good pujari, he knows all the details, and he will explain to you the firewall means the pujari is imagining that I am sitting over here, all around me, fire is burning, so that no one can come and disturb my meditation. So that is called firewall, protecting you. In the modern age, they're also using the firewall to protect something. But how it is, intellect? The intellect is so sharp, they are doing something, and that is going, and then another group of people, they are developing the satellite, and satellite is roaming over there. They're connecting their own satellite. If they connect the other country's satellite, then there will be war. So they have to connect their own satellite, and that is somewhere we do not know where. But they are constantly watching us. Look at the GPS. Imagine the intellect that they have developed. Your car is constantly watched by someone from there and guiding you. Hey, don't go to left, go to the right, and they're going on telling. Not only that, they give the picture of your car on the street also. Can you imagine the intellect? That intellect has expanded so much. The lady devotee is there. She was telling she is a professor. She comes over here sometimes in America to teach the mathematics. And she was telling our mathematics is not, they are not using nowadays. It will be maybe after 50 years or 100 years. Why? There is a completely different type of mathematics. When this whole universe will expand, what will happen? Suppose you have drawn a picture on a piece of leather. Now you are extending the leather, and obviously everything is expanding. Then the calculation, what will happen that time? I told, okay, that's all. Enough. So that type of intellect, can you imagine? That even then it won't help you. Why? There's no happiness. After that, we are not satisfied. But that is the question. We have to be satisfied. Then I tell that funny thing. Where I read, I forgot, that one person used to go to an office at the lunchtime, he will open his lunch box and he will say, hey, today again, the potato curry. Then the other friends will say, why don't you ask your mother to cook something else? Well, my mother passed away. Then who cooks? Your wife? I am bachelor. Then who cooks? Well, I cook. Then why do you cook the potato you don't like? No, I like potato, but I like nagging before eating. Oh, I like that. So different type of characters to just to make ourselves happy. I like the potato. I cook myself, but still do every day. So that is the different type of characters. But if you notice, everybody is trying to be happy. And for that happiness, we have to reach somewhere. How it is. That Ramakrishna said, go to a monk, sadhu. Then obviously that sadhu should be a happy person. If you go to an unhappy sadhu, then it's trouble. You are already suffering. Again, the sadhu will say, you know what happened to me? Oh, I am already having 80% of suffering, and then again sadhu is suffering on me. So you have to go to a sadhu who is a happy person. And who is a happy person? Look at Sri Ramakrishna. He's not having any property, no job security. And where he was living, that is also not his. Somebody allowed him to stay there. But he is so happy all the moment. And all people, rich and educated, powerful people, socially well-established people, they're all going over there to search for the happiness. And he said, sometimes you go to the secluded places, Nirjana Basa, secluded places. And in that secluded places, you should go and try to commune with the meditation, through meditation to God. Commune with God. Pray to God. And for that, two things you should have. First, you should have the discrimination. Why I am doing this? Majority of the people, they come, can you teach meditation? But what is the purpose of meditation? Why suddenly you want to practice meditation? No, a lot of suffering. Suffering has different causes, different reasons. And with the suffering mind, you cannot meditate. Because suffering means there is a desire, unsatisfied desire. And when that desire has not been fulfilled, that's satisfied, that's suffering. Otherwise, why you will suffer? The first you have to go and uproot that desire. No, I don't want that. Then there is no problem. And suppose somebody says, are you suffering that there is a presidential election is going on, you are not running for the office? I'm not suffering. I don't want at all. But we have a gentleman, he is suffering all the time. He is going to court to ask, hey, allow me. So he is suffering. So he is having so many things, still he is suffering. Why? Desire. What is the desire? I like to be the president. If you don't have the desire, no problem. So first thing you have to give up the desire. So Abadhuta, a great soul, he was having so many gurus, that is very interesting. And that person used to go and observe and used to learn from nature. And he said, the bee is my guru. And that the kite, the falcon is my guru. And that is my guru. And so on, 18 gurus he was having. Why? Because he used to learn. The one thing he observed, that a falcon carrying some food, maybe a fish, And now the crows are chasing. Now he is going here, there, but the crows won't leave. Then ultimately he understood it's not for me, it is for my catch, what I am carrying. So the crows are following me. So he leave that. And the crows followed that one too. And then he went and sat on a tree. And oh my God, it's okay. Now, unless you give up, you cannot get the satisfaction. So, what is giving up? Sannyasa. Samyak nyasa is called sannyasa. Nyasa, tyaga. Nyasa means tyaga. Tyaga means giving up. This tyaga, nyasa, all these things are Sanskrit words in different way, but actually giving up. Now the question is what to give up? What to give up? How much we can give up? I have a house, I give it up. Then I become homeless. I was having a home, then I gave up because my guru said give up. Then after I'm homeless. Then again I want a home. Somebody has to help me. No, not that way. Some dresses, some little this and that, nothing that. What to give up? You can answer?
The attachment.
Attachment. Attachment you have to give up. You should not give up anything that way. Now again, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is going to visit the places, the tourist attractions, different places he is going. Sri Ramakrishna, he is going to the theater and there he is observing all the drama that is going on. He is enjoying. He is going to visit other places. Some parks he is going and the museums he is going in, those is whatever that was available. You know why? To tell us these are not the bondages. Bondage is a desire. If you regularly think that I will go to that top of the hill by using that what is that? Gondola, no? So by that on, no, that is the problem. They should not. I visited enough. That's all. So once you go, you see and satisfy yourself. That is sufficient. So desire, different type of desires are there. Ichha. So that you have to give up. But the basic desire are three. And Hindus, I don't know why, they always go for 3 or 8 like that. Mostly they prefer 3, not more than that. So what is the bondage? They say Maya. What is Maya? It is the power of Sattva, Rajatama, 3, like that. And here the 3, that is binding you. What are the 3? Eshana, they call it. Eshana means Bhashana, the desire. The first is Putra Ishana, the progeny. I like to marry, I like to have the family, I like to have the children. Without the children, how it is possible? And terrible that desire. And sometime one lady rang me and told, Swamiji, pray that I should have a son. And just before that, another lady came. His son is giving a lot of trouble to her. So naturally, that was on my mind. Then I was praying for that old lady. Her son is giving trouble to her. I told, look at it. Even the son is also giving trouble. Oh no, that is exception. Most of the sons are good. So, so pray for my son. I said, okay, I will pray. Now, this is another lady came, the little, one step ahead, one step back. She told, please pray for my marriage. I'm not getting. And the first is marriage, second is the son, and third is after the son giving trouble, pray for that the son should not give me trouble. So going on step by step, all these things are in the world. Why? Ishana. What is the Ishana? Putra Ishana. So what the sannyasins will do? No Ishana. Putra Ishana. I don't like to have this type of family. They have their family, huge family all over the world. They love everyone. And still they are not bound by anything. So far, Putra Ishana, Vitta Ishana. Vitta means the wealth. I need this, I need that, and they will go on to acquire that. We know in this world what has happened, just to acquire little property, little money, little wealth. And what will happen? Go to the pyramids in the Misha, they acquire by snatching, and then with the dead bodies all they are lying, we are going and taking it out. Then what is the use? So this Ashana actually futile. Many of the ladies, they are having so much of the jewelries, but they never wear it. I heard in the newspaper, I don't know what is truth and what is false. One lady was having 800 pairs of shoes. Actually, 2 legs, 800 pairs of shoes. When she will wear 800 pairs of shoes. Even a big company is not having that many shoes. But she was having. And accordingly, with the shoes, the dresses, and other jewelries and and when she will wear? She's a public lady, naturally, she cannot wear that outside. People will criticize. There's a poor country and you are wearing that type of costly. Then what she used to do? She used to do only inside the room. She will wear, stand before the mirror. She is very happy. And then again open it, keep it, and that. So like that is going on. So Ishuna. So with the desire, if you vichara, that's why they say vichara. How much I want, what I should give up. So whatever is necessary, I should have. In this cold weather, I'm going out, I need a heavy coat, a proper shoe to walk. That is necessary. And in this country, you should have a car. Otherwise, you are in the room bounded. You cannot come out. So obviously, Mother is gracious to me. So I always get a devotee to drive. Otherwise, we will have to sit on the window and look who is coming. There, can you please take me? Even I don't know how to call a Uber. So naturally, all is depending on others. But this is not essential. What is then Ashana? 3. Putraishana, Vittaishana, and the last one, Lokaishana. What is the Lokaishana? Popularity. And that is the last thing for the monks. They give the Putraishana, they give up the Vittaishana. But the difficulty with Lokaishana. And previously, they used to hide themselves, the monks, they used to go inside the jungle, inside the caves. Even when the people are coming, they'll be throwing stones. Don't come to us, because they will go, they'll say something that will naturally there, all those words will be on their mind. So what they will do is to throw, when the Sri Ramakrishna told, no, why you should do like that? Be with the people, but don't get entangled. That is our sannyasa is called Paramahamsa sannyasa. The Paramahamsa, the great swan. What the swan is doing, the Canadian geese, all they go to our place. And they go and they are floating on the water, but the water cannot wet them. They are all fresh all the time. So be in the society, mix with other people, and try to help them, guide them. But at the same time, don't get entangled with that. One of our sannyasi, that sometimes at the centers, poor centers, the monks, they go to the devotees' house to collect donation. One of our friends, he was in one of the centers. They asked to go, and he used to go to a house where the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, they were not in good terms. So mother-in-law is on the ground floor and the daughter-in-law on the first floor. So she used to collect 10 rupee from the mother-in-law, 10 rupee from the heart. So now they will say, that she is doing, and she will say, oh, this old lady is torturing me, that. And he got entangled into that. And then he was hiding the young lady. Look at it. She has come leaving her own parents, and this old lady is torturing. Don't get entangled. 10 rupees they are getting, but that's all. Even you are showing the sympathy, they are not increasing to 15. So 10 is okay. That is not our job. Don't get entangled. What we can do, dharma palan, dharma shiksha. What is the dharma? Live in this world like a king, but don't get entangled. Attached to this. Like a king, you should live. But don't get entangled. As long as you are living, live in the world. There's sometimes some people they are going for the cruise. Oh, yeah, of course. I have earned money. Then why should I not? Well, let us go and enjoy the cruise. And they go to the cruise and all that. That is okay. But that way, don't get entangled. This. I must have to do that. Otherwise, no, nothing like that. Just enjoy, forget about that. You should not forget one thing. We should not forget one thing, that our goal is to go to God. So the bichara means the discrimination, analytical mind. What should I do and what should I not? That is very, very important. Bichara. Atha bichara kartabhya. They say one must do the analysis, the bichara kartabhya. That is our duty. And what is after that? What? After the bichara? Prarthana. The prarthana means the prayer. Now, prayer, when we are praying to someone, that means that is God. So we have already developed the confidence, the faith that God is there. Otherwise, how can we pray? So obviously, we are praying to God. That means we know, we believe that God is there. The first thing. And second, what we are going to pray, that is also Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna himself has taught us. Every evening that you sing, Khandana Bhava Bandhana, Jagabandhana Bandhitamai. And I am praying to you, please cut asunder all the bondages of this world. Khandana Bhava Bandhana. If you have noticed, when this song is repeated, and you are praying to God thrice, same word, Khandana Bhava Bandhana. It goes to the end, then comes back in that's called the jhala. That means the speed. With the speed, you are completing again, and you are repeating third time, Khandana Bhava Bandhana at the end. So 3 times we are, and who composed it? Swami Vivekananda. And Vivekananda was nothing but Sri Ramakrishna himself. Sri Ramakrishna entered into his person so that he can work. So Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself, is teaching us how to pray and what to pray. We have to pray Khandana Bhava Bandhana. All these bondages that is tying us down, all these desires that is tying us down over here, please cut asunder, take it away from us. So that is the way when we are doing. Now, we are having this, the clear, our purity that we have to have. The first is Vashishta Muni. He was the guru of Sri Ramachandra, actually the family guru, the Vashishta. In those days, there was the tradition was that a king is a ruler. But who will control the king? Because power corrupts. That was, they knew it. The moment you are having the power, corrupts you. Then, whatever I say. And they will be always using this finger, index finger. Hey, you should not do this. They will never say this. They will never say this. They will say this. Hey, you should not do this. Notice it everywhere. You should not do this. You should not do that. And this index finger is not used in our worship. When you are doing the japa, this finger is out. They are taking the mala, that the beads that is be hanging from this finger, at the middle finger, and using this and that by that way. This is not used. When we are purifying the water, we are not using this finger. But that way, because the people, they always show this finger to criticize others and to rule others. this finger, they say, no, this is not a good one. So that is the way that when you say this way, then who will control the king? So in ancient India, they used to say you must have to have a guru. And he is a neutral person. He must be a very learned person in the scripture. So he will balance. He will never side the king or the other person. He is a neutral one. And he doesn't care for anything. So Vashishta was the guru in the family of Ramachandra, Raghukula. If you notice, and another aspect I just tried to give you the idea, then there is an avatar. We have 10 avatars, and one of them, Parashurama. Rama, Parashurama. This Parashurama, many of you know, he killed many Kshatriyas. He was a Brahmana, he killed Kshatriyas. That story we know. The Parashurama, 21 times he killed the Kshatriyas. But not all Kshatriyas. If he used to kill, when that was his habit to kill the Kshatriyas, then why will accept him as an avatar? The purpose of avatar is to establish dharma. We must understand this. We always carried away with the story, oh, he did this and he did not. He was an avatar. His purpose was to establish dharma. And how he established dharma? He punished those kings who were not following this tradition. So they wanted to rule and they were ignoring the check and balance. So they never wanted to listen to their gurus. Then Parashurama went and told, hey, what is it? Whatever you want, you cannot do that. You have to follow the tradition. Who is your guru? Then he said, no, I don't want guru. I can do that. Then he used to punish him. So that was the Parashurama. The 21 times he fought and 21 times he punished the 21 kings, not all the Kshatriyas. This Ramachandra's father, Dasharatha, he was there. Parashuram didn't kill him. Why? Then Sita's father, Janaka, he was also a Kshatriya. Parashurama used to live over there with them in that same state. But he didn't kill the Janaka. Why? Because they were keeping the same check and balance. Now it is also in our present day modern society, you will find some of the rulers, they don't want the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court must be there, actually, let be there. I will appoint the judge. So that whatever I do, the judge should say yes, yes. Let the religious leader should be there, but I will appoint the head of the religious. So that whatever I say, that is the way the tyrants, they always try to rule. Balance is broken. So the avatar comes to give the balance. He did that. If we understand this way, then only we will know what contribution the Parashuram did. He punished by that way. Now, this Rishi Vashishta, he was a great Rishi, and he was telling Sri Ramachandra. The Ramachandra decided to leave the home and earth and home and become a monk. And father was thinking, what will happen to me? Oh, the Ramachandra, if he goes, then what will happen, etc. So he requested the Guru. The Guru told Rama, I am telling you, you want liberation, right? You need not to go away because your dharma is separate. Now you have to listen to this because different type of responsibilities. The Rama, he is the Kshatriya, he is going to be the king, and suddenly he becomes the monk. Then the balance will, who is going to rule the country? You need someone to maintain the laws, rules and laws. Otherwise, it will be chaotic. And the good people, they won't be able to survive. Then suddenly, when you are meditating, a group of people comes and break the window, and then who is going to protect us? The king is necessary. He told the Rama, you are the king. This is your responsibility to look after all people. At the same time, you want liberation, of course you should get the liberation. You know how to get the liberation? And he said, Moksha dware dwarpalascha chatvara parikirtita. Parikirtitaha. It is said. What is that? That there are four doorkeepers are there. Four doorkeepers. Dwarapala. Dwarapala means the doorkeeper. And where moksha dware, before entering into the realm of the moksha, the liberation, you have to cross the guards. Who are they? Shamo, Bichara, Santosha, Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha is must. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave the fast Sadhu Sangha. Why? Unless you get a teacher and learn, you do not know what is going to happen. A proper teacher is necessary. And he will tell you exactly what is the goal. Problem is, if you don't get a proper teacher, your energy is unnecessarily wasted. And we should do this on the Monday, you should eat this. Tuesday, you should do that. Thursday, you should do. And that is not the way. Only they will go over some of the rituals, not giving actually why we should do the ritual, what is that practice. And after practicing all through our life, we become habituated to that, but we reach nowhere. So along with that practices, you need the proper understanding of the goal, where to go. One of our Swamiji used to ask us when we join, hey, where you have become a monk? To realize God, he used to say. And what is God? What is God? We don't know what is God. None of us. We have peculiar ideas. God means Ramachandra. God means Krishna. God means Kali. God means Durga. What is God actually? We don't know. And what will happen? Suppose the goddess Kali comes like that, not in the midnight actually, at least. Mother, if you like to give the darshan in the daytime, then what is God? We don't know. But we like to realize God. We like to pray to God. In the imagination. We think someone who will help us. There is nothing like that. And that is the way we have to go to a guru. We have to go to a sadhu. And this sadhu sangha, he says, now 9 brothers, they were the yogis. Nava yogi. There's a big story that goes on. These are all history. So they record in that way. The one gentleman was having so many, in those days, they were having so many children. So 9 of his sons, they became yogi. A few of them became kings, rulers. But these 9, they became yogi. They used to live together and they realized. Then they started traveling. After the realization, they don't keep all that knowledge within themselves, like to spread it, to guide. Why? Dharma palan, dharma shiksha. He is practicing the religion and at the same time, he is also teaching that. What we do, we only try to teach the high moral values, nothing else. But I was telling that the brother, the friend, so what he should have done over there, high moral values, telling that lady, she has come all the way, leaving her own parents. You should be her mother. Maybe she is not behaving properly. Suppose your daughter is not behaving, then what you should do? You cannot all the time criticize your own daughter. So that way, try to love her, try to understand her. And now, when you came as a young lady, married in the family, you were having some dreams. I will have the curtains like this. I will have the room colored like this. These are all simple things. Everyone is having some desires. Allow her to do that. You did. You enjoyed at your time. And now this is hard time. Do that. And what will do? Some painting white or something red, something, okay, no problem. Just live in that way. So that moral values, love, 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 and give, give, give. That is the way. That is our teaching. We should not go enter and then giving, hey, go to the court and then the hire a lawyer. No, not like that. That is not our job. Never. So living a moral life and teaching the moralities. The dharma palan, dharma shiksha. And what is dharma? Dharma of a sannyas is completely different than the dharma of the householders. The dharma of the householders are completely different because they are responsibility to look after the children. We cannot tell them, hey, leave the job. What is this job? Some of our monks, they're not that mature. That is the problem. They read the Thakur told, if you are doing the job, the service for yourself, then I won't look at your face. That is a particular case. It's not for every whole society. Now, this young boy, after reading that, giving advice to everyone, you are doing job, the service. Thakur used to say that I cannot look at it. Without the job, what I am going to do? I have a family. I have to look after that. That's very, very wrong. So that is why experience is also necessary. We should go to a person who is also having own experience. So he himself is experienced and then he is giving the advice. So what is that sadhu? These 9 brothers, Navayogi, they came to a king's court and he was Nimi. The king's name was Nimi. And the king was asking, sir, how we will understand a holy person? Because so many different type of people, they come and we do not understand who is a holy person. I remember when I was a very young boy, maybe 2nd grade or 3rd grade student, then a person came into our house and, I was from Calcutta. So people, different type of monks, they come from all over the India to go to a holy place called Ganga Sagar, where the Ganga is merging with the ocean. So that is a wonderful place. We have an ashram over there, center now, Ramakrishna Mission Center. So these people, they come and then they will be roaming around here in the whole in Calcutta for collection and the donation of. A person came almost 6 feet, huge, well built, and he was having his matted hair this big. So that is 8 feet tall. A person is coming and scary. So I ran and went to the top of the house, and from there I was looking what is happening. Now the mother and the aunties, they came out with, they call Sida. They will be giving some rice and then some of the potatoes and some fruits also, sweet and money. So sometimes they take only money, sometimes the fruits and like that. So they were worshipping that sadhu. You have to worship the sadhu. They come to a house. And whenever any lady, other ladies also came, all of them, they were doing that. And I noticed that whenever one lady is finishing, and that man is telling he was the follower of maybe Shiva, 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 and then he is pressing his heart, and the water is coming from his matted here. And that he is asking them to catch, and that they're drinking and all. So I observed. And then afterwards, when he left, I came down and I told them, Mother, auntie, what happened? Every time he was pressing over here, then only water was coming. That means something is here, he is giving the pressure, and the pipe is there. The mother told, we all know. You need not to explain all this. Then she told, with a Gerua clad person, when they come, we remember God. We don't actually worship that person. His presence with that saffron color reminds us of God. And being a householder, we are supposed to welcome that particular ideology, which is Tyaga, which is the sacrifice. Whether he is a true sannyasi or not, it doesn't matter. He reminded us that. So we were not worshipping him, we were worshipping God. And the water that he is giving as a Ganga water, with a faith we are drinking, a little 1 or 2 drop, it's not going to do any harm to us. And he is also getting satisfied. He's going to other people, reminding us about the Ganga, about the Shiva, about the religion, So about the Tyaga, and for that we are giving little money. How they will survive then? I learned it. So that is, they knew. Not that he is a not actually a genuine person, but still they were supporting. Why? Because the ideology they were supporting. A person is carrying that ideology, but they are not accepting him as a guru. Only that much. This is called vichar. So sometimes we go on criticizing. No, that is okay. But that man is helping in a different way. So look at it. My mother was not that way educated, but she was very smart in understanding this religion. So I learned from her. And when the nine brothers, when the king asked, 9 of you have come, like this, so many other come. How I will know who is a true religious person? Then one of the brothers, his name is Hari, he replied, this is the Bhagavata, the 11th skanda, second chapter, 45 words, it says, Sarva bhuteshu ya pashet, Bhagavat bhavam atmanaha, bhutani bhagavati atmani, esha Bhagavat uttama. Uttama means the highest. Bhagavata means as a man of God, Bhagavat. Bhagavat is a book that contains mainly the life of Sri Krishna. But it's only one chapter, 10 chapter. All other is a wonderful teaching. Now, here, it is also from the Bhagavata. The one of the brothers, he said, Sarva Bhuteshu ya Pashyad, one who is unselfish. Sarva Bhuteshu ya Pashyad as God. He who sees the Atman in all creatures and all creatures in the Supreme Being. For him, there is nothing but God himself. Everything is nothing but God. He knows that is the Bhagavat Uttama. He is the best person, the holy person. Now, very rare. Very, very rare. We will come to, if the time is there, how, again, the other brothers, they're explaining the gradations of the holy people. So that is different. But the thing is, this holy person, as they call Sadhu Sangha, where we will go to have the Sadhu Sangha? Who? Who is having love for each and everyone. The moment he says, I only love this type of people and not others, he is not a holy man in that way. He's only thinking about his own personal gain. He's not a holy man in that way. He's a selfish person. And the politicians, they like to have the power with all people and they won't like to share. If a religious person is also having some group of people and controlling them, don't like to share, the same thing. I like to have the control over all these people and others should not come and disturb. And now that is the difference. So that's why a person who is always open-minded, our devotees, I myself took them at 12 o'clock in the night to a church to attain how they are praying to God. Well, let us go. So 12 of us, we all went and attended and how that. And after the prayer, they give the blood of Jesus and the flesh of Jesus. And one of our boy, he was very interested for the blood of Jesus. I don't know. The flesh is all right, not the blood. So, because actually the little bit of the wine they give, so by that way, there's a cold way weather that they developed in that way. But the prayer they were doing, having that we observe how they're praying. So what is wrong? Even after going over there, we are not converted into Christianity. We are Hindu. So we went and we saw and we observed and we really liked the devotional way they are praying. That is really good. So this, we have to have that broad-mindedness everywhere that God is there. So this we find the sadhu sangha. Who is a sadhu? Who is same-sighted, the first thing. Who is not having any selfishness. So first we go and learn from him And with that we get in Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada Swamiji. Without any question, without any doubt, we can follow them. They are the excellent monks, so we will follow them. Then it says Shama, the purity. The purity of body and mind. Purity of, we started at 10, so 11. So this purity of body and mind. Body purity, you all know. So we have to take those food which is not disturbing our system. And secondly, bathing at the fresh water and wearing the fresh clothes, washed clothes. And that gives a freshness in the mind. That is the main thing. So that is the physically. But what about the mind, purity of mind? Because mind food is different. And you cannot wash the mind with water. You cannot take the help of others to wash your mind. You can take the help of others to wash your body, but not the mind. Mind is yours. And how the mind is becoming. The first is chakshu, the eyes. They go and collect information, give to the mind. So you have to be careful about what you see. Every morning, the moment we get up, the first thing that we should see is the face of Lord. And the moment you see the God, that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, you should keep the Deva Devi picture, the photos of the gods and goddesses. The moment you get up, you see first. Immediately you remember God and you bow down to God. Another new day in my life. And please be with me, guide me. So the good food you are giving, and that is purifying the mind. Second is karna, that you are hearing. So you must play some good music or the chanting. And then you are hearing, maybe you are doing other work, and at the same time you are hearing, listening, without other sounds, that purifies your mind. Then the nasika, nose. You have burnt a very nice incense sticks, and that smell always reminds you of the temple. When I go to the temple, this type of smell is there. So that reminds you of the temple. But sometimes inside the room, that people are frying something and that smell everywhere. It's terrible. It may be afterwards, but in the morning itself, you have to purify your mind in that way. And then the tongue, repeat the name of God constantly. When you are going and brushing the teeth and washing your face, and constantly remember the name of God. That's why it is better to take the initiation. If you take initiation, that helps. You get a name of God and you go on repeating. You are washing your mind. You are actually purifying your mind in the morning. Before you are going out to the world for the work, you're purifying your mind, cleaning your mind. So chakshu, karna, nashika, jiva, then finally tak, then finally come and lie down. Whole body, right from the forehead up to the toe, that should touch the floor to offer the prostration to God. By that way, and complete body should touch. Your tak, that means your skin, you are touching now this earth which is made of God. The God has created this. So you are lying down on that, you are touching God. By that way, you are thinking and purifying your mind. So what we did, we used all the 5 organs, and these 5 organs reminded us about God. And very simple. You don't need anybody's help to do that. So simple. So by that way, if you are doing, immediately you will get this. Then it says that vichara, analysis. The 4 guards, first is sadhu sangha. Who is a sadhu? Hari said. And then the shama. And who is the shama? The purity of body and mind. We did that. Then we go to vichara, analysis. And the analysis, another Kapila Muni is a great sage. We are reading from the Vashishta, And then the Navayogi, the 9, now is a Kapila. He is the founder of a great philosophy, the basis of all philosophy, Samkhya philosophy. And this Kapila actually is the first human birth in this world. That is the story of the Bhagavad. And this Kapila, he is telling to his mother Devahuti. And Devahuti, the story goes in this way, was married to a rishi, Kardama, and Kardama was not liking to marry, but the God himself said, hey, you should marry. And the lady who is coming to you, so is the daughter of so and so, and you must marry her. I like to become your son. When he said, sir, I like to meditate. All these things I don't like. So you will. When I grow up and I'll be able to take care of my mother, then you should leave. But now, one after another, only daughters are taking part. And he said, the Vishnu will take birth. And every time one daughter is born, and he said, no, the Vishnu has already come, I should leave. He said, no, this is not Vishnu, is it your daughter? Vishnu will come as a son. So you have to wait. Now this poor fellow, he waited. After the 7th daughter, 8th one, when he came as a Vishnu, and the Kardama, by that time, tired with this. So he was living in the ashrama, I mean household, but his mind was not attached at all. He was constantly thinking about when to leave. Then when he was born and he waited, this boy became 8 years old. Then one day he went and said, now please release me. You told when you'll be mature. Now 8 years is a mature boy. Now I should leave now. He said, okay, now you go. So taking the permission, he knew that he is the Vishnu. Though he is son, he took his permission, and also saying goodbye to the wife Devahuti, Kardama left. And this boy told, now I also should go to practice austerity. So he came to his mother and told, mother, I should also leave. Mother told, what is it? What is going on? Your father left, now you are leaving. Then what I am going to do? Am I a sinner that I should continue in this world? Then he said, then what do you want? I also want mukti. Teach me in a simple way so that I can also get liberation. So Devahuti asked. Then the Kapila told, I am so happy that you want liberation. I will give you the teaching. That Kapila Upadesha. Upadesha means advices. The son's advice to the mother. I gave a whole course and class in Hindu temple, Lemont, though they were not interested in the Upadesha. But anyway, I gave, and not all the slokas, but some of the important slokas I described over there. It is in the YouTube. This wonderful book. This Kapila, one sloka I will quote over here, he is telling his mother, Bhukta Bhoga, having experienced, Parittaktva, and then abandoning that, Drishta Dosha cha Nittashaha, then finding fault every time, Na Ishwarasya Ashubham Dhatte Se Mahimni Sthitasya cha. Sve Mahimni. Now I have experienced this world. It is constantly changing. When we were born, we saw the uncle, we saw the father, mother, these. Then we grew up, suddenly one told, hey, your father is sick, he is going to die. Then one day father was not there, uncle was not there, auntie was died. Then one day mother died. One after another, all these things changed. The whole world changed, constantly changing. And those who were so close to me, I don't know where they are. And whom I never thought of, never seen, they're so close to me. What is it? That world is transitory, constantly changing. So experiencing these, nothing remains actually. Nothing remains. So experiencing these, you have to parittaktva, you have to abandon. How? Mentally. And drishta dosha cha nittasha. And you have to find faults with that every moment. Because the Maya is so very interesting. That you will just see someone and you'll feel the affection or the love or the attraction or the attachment, and then you're bound by that. It's terrible, this Maya. So one should be every moment, you have to be very, very cautious, very, very careful. Because this world is constantly attracting you. And they are not Ishwarasya. These things are not Ishwara. Ishwara is separate. When you realize that, he is telling his mother, then live happily. Sve mahimni is a very wonderful word he used. So you are contained, you are satisfied. Sve mahimni and stitasya, then you live in that way. So I have already experienced this, the temporariness of this world. And then I have given it up. And I'm alert that it is not going to bind me again. Every moment I am alert. And what will happen? I will live in this world happily. Ma Sharadamani Devi, after the passing away of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna and all that, she became the spiritual aid of the organization. And naturally, she used to give the Diksha. That was, you cannot imagine, in that conservative society like Indian Hindus, there a lady, that too a widow, giving initiation to the males. You cannot imagine the revolutionary actions that she was doing. So obviously, but quietly she was doing it. And people also not protested. It was okay. It was so normal. All the ladies were sitting, and other people are coming and offering fruits, offering money, sometimes clothing, as they always give. And one lady was sitting over there and telling all these things that she is getting, Ma, it was supposed to be mine. You know why? I was supposed to be married with I was supposed to be married with him and Ramakrishna, but my father didn't agree that time. So I married somebody else. But suppose I was married to him today, I was supposed to get all these gifts. Mother overheard that. Instead of becoming angry or she was, oh, is it? You got that first? Yes. And in those days, the boys used to give money to the girl's father to marry her. But the Sri Ramakrishna's family were very poor, and most of them, they were asking a little more money they could not give. Then ultimately, Masarada money they. So, and now this lady, because the proposal went to her father, but that didn't mature anyway. But she was thinking, had that been, today would have got this. Couldn't realize what is mother. It's not just because of the marriage with the Sri Ramakrishna. She herself was so great. And her pure, austere life, the spiritual life, anyway. What the mother did, all those collected things, whatever offered to her, she told everything that should be given to her. She is correct. Suppose she was married to Sri Ramakrishna, she would have got that. So give it. So no attachment. The people are giving all this. She, the lady sitting over here, she is getting attached to that, and she is lamenting, oh, my father did a mistake. Otherwise, I would have. Now, the mother here, she told, no, you take everything. I don't need that. That is complete the detachment, and he is telling that I have to understand this. Sve Mahimni. Because you know that I am that divine self. This world, it cannot attract me. I'm just living over here, that's all. Like a guest. I live over here. I enjoy everything. But I am not troubled with anything of this world. Now here snowing, I am not troubled. I know that he will take care. He will take care how to clean the snow, who will clean the snow, and how the devotees will come, and all. Nothing, no problem for me. But suppose it is in Chicago, hey, then it is. I have to ask this person, that person. Please contact the person to come and clean the snow and all that. So if you are attached to any place, again you are attached. And if you are visiting any place, you are enjoying that thing. Maybe you will help them, maybe you will suggest them. That's all, but not attached. So live like a guest all through. Just live like a guest all through in your own home. That he is telling, he said in this way, Bhukta Bhoga. Why? Because you have already experienced. The things are all temporary. Parittaktva. And you have given up many. In our life, we have given so much. We have given up the school and the friends that were in the school, and so many we have given already. In this life, we have given up so much. And then, drishta dosha cha nittasha. Drishta dosha, every time I am finding fault with this, and these are not the Ishvara. So I become se mahimni sthitasya cha. I am that se mahimni, I live in that way. So this is by the way, the path of jnana. So how we can go? The best path, then again, this it says that when he was coming to the mother came to her son, he said, the Kapila, can you please tell me the best path, easiest path? By that way I can realize God. And Kapila said, I will tell you the best path. And what is that best path? It's a combination of jnana and bhakti. That is called the best path. I will give you that. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said, in this modern age, the best path is the combination of jnana, bhakti, karma. And he quoted Narada, the great sage. And Narada's bhakti. What is that Narada's bhakti? Tad arpita akhila acharata. Tad vishmarane parama vyakulata iti. Tad arpita. Tad means that, the God. It is not he or she, it is a consciousness. Arpita, offering, akhila acharata. Whatever we do, everything you should offer to God. Everything. Tad vishmarane, and when you forget for a moment, parama vyakulata. You should, oh my God, how could you forget today the God? And we got up and then we forgot to offer pranam to God, and we forgot to do this. And the parama vyakulata. Unless and I take 108 times the God's name, I should not drink or eat anything. So parama vyakulata, I must remember. So that way, so what is Narada's bhakti? This. Tad vishmarane parama vyakulata iti. First is you are offering everything. Why? Because all temporary things doesn't matter. And second, I must constantly remember what the Kapila said here, Swe Mahimni. Always be alert that you are divine, and this body is temporary. This mind is temporary. This world is temporary. I am that consciousness, and enjoy living over here. So this is the way only. I will just, from Sheta Shatra Upanishad, I will say, what is this Brahman? And also Taittiriya, they give us the idea about the Brahman. Now we are going towards, through the path of knowledge, we are going towards Brahman. Through the path of devotion, we go to God. Through the path of knowledge, we go to Brahman. Through the path of devotion, we go to God. And through the path of meditation, we go to Paramatma. Are they different? No. Three different names only. Those who are practicing meditation, they say Param Atma. I am the junior Atma, little Atma, and I will go to the higher Atma. The Jnani is in a different way. So this is in the, that's why I was suggesting him, and he has also taught in that way. All the talks that the Swamis are giving, naturally it is recording. transcribe it and publish it after the whole thing. The wonderful program, whole year, so many Swamis have come. They are recorded talk, translate it, and then publish it in that. So once again, if you go through that, it will go into the mind. So what is that Brahman? Nishkalam, it is partless. No kala, no part. Nishkalam, nishpriyam, actionless. Shantam, tranquil. Nirabhadyam, faultless. Niranjanam, taintless. Amritasya param setum, that is the immortality, the supreme breach. Dagdhe anala eva analam, and give the example like a fire when it is burning, but no flame, only that fire is there. When the charcoal you give, when the charcoal is all burning, there is no fire, flame, there is no smoke, but it looks like. And then when you go near, you get the whole world. Just like that, it is the partless, actionless, tranquil, horrorless, and taintless. This is the bridge to the eternity. Amritasya Setu. We will discuss again in our next discussion. So now it is 11:18 up to 11:30. If you have any question now, we can ask.
Swami, I have a question. In the discourse, there was a method to how to deal with the sensory organs which are feeding the mind. But there is also, when the sensory organs are not working, there is a memory.
Yes.
Right? And how to deal with the memory from mind?
That is a very good question. Actually, what happened? We are fresh, the food we are taking, but already in our memory, all those are there. And in that memory, and suppose you are not looking at anything, not hearing anything, but thought will be there. How? From that old impressions, they will come up and that will be floating. Whatever we see in the dream, from the old impression, it comes back. So how to clean that memory? Pouring the name of God again and again. It's like a pot which is full of maybe the ink, black ink. So you have to pour the clean water to clean that pot. And when we are going on giving the God's name to the mind again and again and again, in the beginning, you won't find all that black color water is coming out. But we should not give up. We should go on pouring. Then only one day, whatever went in will come out. That fresh. That is the only way. So that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, go on constantly taking the name of God. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also mentioned, go on taking the name of God. The God's name and God are same. God's name and God are the same. Shall I tell you a story? There's a beautiful story about the God's name and God. Sri Ramachandra came back and then he became the king. After becoming a king, naturally, as is the tradition, there was a great celebration, and he invited 12 rishis, the great rishis, like Vishamitra, Vashishta, and all that, and they were doing the yajna. And all the people are coming and offering pranam to these 12 rishis. Then one of the kings, that small state king, he also came. Ramchandra invited him. They also came but he couldn't see the Vashishta. Because of the fire, he was passing through other side. The Vashishta was sitting exactly to the opposite to the fire, and naturally he couldn't notice the Vishamitra. So he offered pranam to Vashishta, then crossed Vishamitra, went to another rishi and offered and went away. Vashishta noticed it. And he said, hey, what is it? He ignored me. Vishamitra. and noticed it and called Sri Ramachandra. He said, Rama, your guest insulted me and you should punish him now. Otherwise, I will leave this place and curse you. Vishwamitra was a very powerful. So obviously, the Rama got scared. No, 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 no. So who is that person? I will call him. He will come. Perhaps he couldn't notice. So something happened. He's a very good person. I know him. But he will come and respect you over here. I'm good. No, no, no. Time is over. Now only one thing. You have to go and cut his head and bring it to me. Oh my God. Then the Ramachandra was in dilemma. Or otherwise I am going to cut you. Then Ramachandra was in great. You are inviting sadhus. Careful. Of course, even if we give the cards, nothing is going to happen. And then the Ramachandra went out to search for him. You have to go and fight with him. You cannot simply go and cut his head. You have to offer him that you have to fight with me because you have insulted my rishi. So that is it. This man was satisfied. He has completed over there. He went to his own home and he was supposed to, after taking the food, he was supposed to take a nap and now evening again he will come. But Narada was nearby. Narada heard all this conversation between Vishwamitra and Rama. And he, the first, he went over there and told, hey, what you are going to do? No, I just finished my lunch. I'm going to take a nap. Nap? You need not to take a nap. That you are going to. And why? Who is going to kill me? Rama. So why Rama? I just met him. That is the, you have done all these things. Now he was thoroughly confused. Now, please tell me what I should do. I cannot fight with Rama. Rama is my Lord. How can I fight with Rama? And I didn't do anything. I didn't notice that Vishwamitra was there. Whether there is no chance now, only one person can help you. Who is that? And if you go to the mother of Hanuman, mother of Hanuman is a very kind-hearted lady, and she is naturally proud about her son's power. So go to the Anjana Devi and tell her, Mother, please protect me. And if she says, yes, I will protect you, then you are safe. And he ran to that house. And the Anjana Devi was very happy. She was arranging the different things with all the ladies. They will go to Ramchandra's house to, naturally, as it all happened, in the neighborhood, all people are going to that. So she was also getting ready with the other ladies. This man went and sat at her feet and said, Mother, please protect me. Naturally, she told, oh, my son, you did not worry. Who is going to harm anything to you? My son is Hanumana. No one can harm you. You be here. I will protect you. And then he said, Acha, who is going to harm you? Ramchandra. Hey. You should have said it earlier. No. What is it? You said, please protect me. And I said, yes. And now what will happen? I gave the word. Hanumana came. Well, what happened, mother? So this is the man, you see. He said, please protect me. And I said, yes, I will protect you. And now he says that Ramchandra is going to kill him. Hanumana said, don't worry. Once you have given the word, I will protect you. You gave the word on the basis of me. No? Hanumana is there. My son is there. He is powerful. He will protect. So I will protect him. I will keep your word. Don't worry. You go. You go and whatever you are doing. He took the man in one place and he sat in meditation. In the yoga power came. He became huge, Hanumana. And he still also became huge. So he made a round shape around that person. Right and then he was sitting on the top of his own tail. And he was meditating on Sri Ramachandra. In the meantime, Ramchandra came with the arrow, bow and arrow, and to searching for him. Narada followed Ram. He said, in this summer, why you are going searching? You have some of the arrows, and if you tell the name of the person, the arrow will go search him, kill him, and come back. So that was there. No, that is nowadays the SCART missile and if you put then it will go and exactly hit that point, almost like that. If you tell the name of the person, and the arrow will go, kill, and come back, and you will see the blood stain is there, that means the man is dead. Okay. And Rama told, that's true. I'm so tired, and it's a scorching sun. So he took out a special, the arrow, and tell the name of that person, and he shot. But the arrow came back without any stain of blood. He said, what happened? Then Narada told, maybe you didn't pronounce properly the name. So you have to pronounce properly. So Rama told, oh, I did. Anyway, he said again, it went and came back. Third time also same thing happened. Then Rama told, Narada, you must be knowing what is happening. It never misses like this. Then the Narada told, Ram, can you kill yourself? You cannot kill yourself. But what do you mean? I'm here. I'm trying to kill that person. But you know, Hanumana is protecting you. How? Right from the tail up to the head, it is all Rama. And the whole Rama, 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 Rama. And it is in such a way, your arrow is going. Because that man is sitting inside and is covered by the tail of the Hanumana. But where he will touch, every place of the whole body of Hanumana is nothing but Rama. So obviously the arrow cannot touch you, so it is coming back. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, the name of God is more powerful than the God himself. Thank you. Chalo, for coffee.
Break. We'll come back at 12 o'clock. Take some